But Dip influenced my life in many ways, just not just music.
How?
See the good in everything. Even would never complain. This guy never complained at all. Even when he was working 16-hour shifts, like never complained. First of all, he's so easy to bond with because he's just a lovable human being. He really, when he loves you, and he calls you every day to tell you it. He really does. While doing a delivery on the road, yo, what up, Questy? I love you. Peace. And then he dips. The energy, man. The energy. You always knew he was in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Coming down to the wire. After center's handed. Reach right. He's coming up on the inside.
So when you're eating frozen mangoes, is there a point where they just become mangoes? Soggy?
Yeah. Well, they melt. Yeah.
Is it like cereal? Like you like when it gets to that point?
You ever put them in yogurt?
I eat them so fast, so it doesn't really become
a whole bag.
Soggy.
Well, no, not a whole bag. Just
bag.
You pour some in a bowl?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about a Costco bag, so it's huge. Like
right.
Never mix with
We're rolling. Audio's going.
Phelan's like, stop talking about fucking mango.
And they're perfectly like cube mangoes. Like it's crazy. I don't know why and how it started, but yeah.
Do you know what fruit I hate?
Yeah.
Just due to the hassle is fucking pomegranates.
They're so good though, bro.
So tasty.
They're the best.
But like
hard to eat.
Yes.
Stain really bad.
like,
they stain crazy. When you chop them, it goes all over the place.
It's a pain.
There's a girl I went to high school with that would sit there and would just eat them, like have a fucking pomegranate and then use a toothpick and just pick individual kernels off.
Oh.
Like, in class.
It's a weird way to
No,
do
that's
it.
weird.
That's crazy.
Weird.
I love that fruit though.
Mm.
And it makes you work. It's like the pistachio, the best nut.
Yeah.
It makes you work.
Second best nut.
Yeah.
But the fact you're working so hard at it though, it makes you appreciate the fruit even more.
Mhm.
I feel.
Like
It's-
artichokes. You know, just the heart.
I have one right here.
That is an
I
artichoke.
thought you were about to
That's
pull out an
fucking
artichoke.
crazy.
That is an
artichoke. Just out of his back pocket pulls an artichoke.
Oh my god.
Racco, kick us off. Bring us in with
There
an
you
intro.
go. Let's do it.
Yeah, man,
Bring
let's
it
give
back,
you guys
man.
some content here.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We got Quest in the building. We got an exclusive interview coming up. This is a special one, man. Quest,
Yep.
you're an interesting individual. You're the producer of the city.
Mm.
You've been doing your thing here for a minute. You have a producer album coming out that features 25 plus artists on it. You're also a photographer, so you have a gallery as part of your rollout for this project, which is insane. Very fitting. And you're also a videographer, and you're also just one of the most humble, nice guys in the city. I always reach out to you for advice. You're always there to help people out. Quest, welcome to the Down the Wire podcast.
Thank you, guys.
This is my man.
I'm glad to be here on the second. Oh, we missed it.
Second, originally it was Down to the Beat, which a lot of people
That's
don't.
right.
Yeah,
That's right.
real
You were
ones
the first
know.
ever interview
In this
space
building,
here.
in this
That's
location.
true. You were.
Mhm.
You were.
And we still got our good luck cock over here.
Yes.
That's right.
I forgot the second.
We'll get a
cock.
shot
I was
of that
supposed to
later.
bring one, but yeah.
Yeah, Quest, like I forgot my second cock. Context, he gifted us a rooster. It's a Portuguese
Thank
thing.
you for this beautiful introduction. You forgot one thing. I'm a co-producer of a festival now too.
That's right.
it's
That's
called
right.
Cultivate
How dare you
/
forget.
homegrown.
Homegrown.
No, I'm
That-
just kidding with you. Do your research, Joe. But yeah.
I take back that all around good guy comment.
I'm.
Yes,
thank
this
you
is
so
the
much.
second year of your festival.
Yes, that's right. And I've never done anything like this in the past. Co-produce a festival and just manage a team, manage a budget, book artists, pay people, find sponsors. The whole like managing a project thing. I'm used to like managing a project when it comes to like producing an album and all, but this whole adventure has been such a blessing because I say that to everyone. And I'm really, really mean it. The best thing you can do as a creator is to step outside your comfort zone. Really,
Yeah.
really.
I remember you saying in the original interview that you guys did on Down on the Beat, you said the reason why you do photos, videography, and producing is because you get bored if you do the same thing over and over again. So it's very fitting that you're doing like, hey, let's throw a festival in the mix and see how I react.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I get bored, but I get the sense I want to learn something all the time and something new. and I'm very, very curious by nature. Very curious. I'm not afraid to challenge myself, and I'm not afraid to learn new things, and I'm not afraid to step outside my comfort zone. And I think that's all beneficial as a creator. I don't think I'm gonna be. It doesn't mean you're gonna be the best at it, but as long as you try it and you be curious in life, you can achieve anything you want pretty much. And yeah, that's why I'm here. But I wouldn't say I get bored, but I like to reinvent myself.
You become complacent.
Yeah, exactly. And it's good for the music production side to leave it aside for a while and do other things and then get back to it. If not, you get that writer block, or you stop being passionate about it and it becomes work. And that's the worst thing you can get as a creator, living on your own terms and as self-employed and freelancer like myself. If you start seeing your passion as work, it's gonna get down a weird spiral.
Yeah.
And hard to get out of it.
So it's kind of good to put one on the side,
Yeah.
work on something else,
and
for a
focus
bit.
on other things.
But
That's
you're
what
doing
I
all
did this
you're doing all
summer.
of it at once right now, though.
Yes.
You're going to the max.
It's the final project, you know? It's,
Yeah.
it's the boss level,
Yes.
right? You got to do it all in one go just
Yes.
to figure out if it was really worth the take
And
right there.
you just like put all the skills and and tools and tips you've learned throughout and just put them all on that last boss level. I like this analogy.
Every time you, like, we've talked about it too, like you've kind of made it clear that this is a culmination of all of your passions all in one big project. How does it feel to kind of see it roll out now?
Well, funny story. The soundtrack idea, SND TRK soundtrack, came in 2018-ish.
Yeah, because to get 25 plus artists on the same project, that's got to take
36,
years.
I counted
36 total.
Yeah.
Damn.
On
that's gotta
25
take time.
song.
That's got to take time to put together.
But it didn't take that much long.
No?
I started in January.
The original idea
this year. But the
remember,
original idea
It was 2018.
spurred in my head in 2018.
Okay.
I was going to say, I remember you kind of started
Yes.
to work on this.
Yeah. It was not supposed to be a photo exhibit. It was just supposed to be soundtrack, a series of album featuring artists from the region, both sides of the river, Gatineau, Ottawa. So it started in 2018, that idea of doing an album compilation. I got so busy with producing albums for other people, so it was always pushed to the side. Then pandemic arrived. That's where my whole schedule got cleared up. For the first 3 months of lockdown, it was weird. My first actual ever break ever, forced. And then I started sitting down like, okay, let's refocus and let's try to do something for me for once. Everything I do it for me and for the artists I work with. But this one soundtrack is specifically a project I want to do for me. So that's where the idea started pondering. Okay, should I do just an album? No, I could include music in there, photos in there, videos, all my 3 things I do. And that idea came because I started seeing QR codes now everywhere too, because of the pandemic.
QR codes had the biggest glow up of the pandemic.
They made the comeback of the year.
Yeah.
that format was gone. No one was using
Fuck a
that.
paper menu. Fuck a paper menu.
So the QR code came back. I went to visit a museum, a gallery in Montreal. They had the QR codes next to the paintings. Not with music attached, but explanations. I was like, wow, that could be a nice interactive way to do the soundtrack. So that all these ideas kind of culminated and created this project. Then rewind to January this year. That's when I started actually working on it. And shout out to Kingsley. She got me my first grant for it as well.
Shout out.
Ever.
Shout out.
So getting the grant, having the pandemic before it, getting very, very, very familiar and good with the camera, all this together, I was like, yeah, let's do it. It's time now to do it. And I started recording in January, and now we're September, and the project's done. Yeah,
it's your best project too.
I hope so.
It is. I not even we're great friends, and it's beautiful to work with you in this industry. But as a fan, as a consumer, this is I've listened to a good chunk of your stuff. Yeah, this is your best work.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, this is.
Thank you.
Your sampling was fucking crazy. There was so many different Like I was looking, there's so many different points of just interest that
Yeah.
was sparked throughout
Yeah.
it. Like no two songs sounded the same.
No.
It felt like you were pushing people to come out of their comfort zone, but like still make something that was like you knew everyone had a place on that album. Everything sounded intentional. It was
Even
fucking,
your skit.
yeah, facts.
Even your skit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're on there.
Little teaser. There's
You
a
know.
skit on
Yeah.
a song. Thank you. It means a lot. I grew up listening to body of works.
Yeah.
So albums.
Yeah.
Obviously, this generation now, this era, I mean, is all about singles and like fast
Mhm.
music, right? Fast product and releasing new singles every 2 weeks or week now.
Mm-hmm.
But I grew up, you would actually listen to a body of work album and you would listen to the album forever.
Well,
Or-
until like you had something else that came out. Like,
Yeah.
I'm an album listener too. Like when I listen to music, I download whole albums because
Yeah.
that's how I think I get the better understanding of an artist or their ideas. You know what I mean? Like to have one good single off of a shit album is
Yeah.
just like such a like you got to care about the full body of
Yes,
work.
well, I treat every song like a single.
Right.
That could be a good way to see it. And I'm glad that you notice the little intricate details around
Like
the project.
the Black. Like I was listening to Black Messiah, the Bobby Regal track.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know. Am I allowed to say the names
Yep.
of things?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
cool.
Oh, yeah. You
It's not-
guys are my friends.
It's not released yet
You
Okay.
guys got to hear it before
Okay.
anyone else, just
Yeah.
you guys.
because we're down the wire. We
Yeah.
do cool shit.
Yeah.
We get unreleased links.
And
Yeah, so like I was listening to like Black Messiah starts out with the sample from the movie. And I was
Yeah.
like, that's genius. Like Asa having like the Goody Mob sample.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, there's so
you
many.
noticed that.
Yeah, dude.
What? I'm so
Come
happy
on
you
now.
noticed.
Come on now.
Wow. Do
Yeah.
you know Goody Mob?
no.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like you, John. I'm
Creeping
gonna
through
turn this
my
way
window.
back.
Yeah, dude.
All right.
There was so many just great things that work, like the intros and outros.
He's
like,
a rap fan for real.
Mm,
Like, geez, you noticed that sample?
Yeah, dude.
Who's that
Peeking
peeking
through my
all right.
window.
Okay,
Yeah, dude.
perfect.
Yeah.
Well, it's cool that you mentioned that because the whole project is a
Yeah.
tribute to the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Really. That's where I grew up. I grew up during that era. I was listening to albums during that era. It's the golden era of hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not get it twisted. It is. Everyone sounded unique back then.
Mm-hmm.
Goody Mob doesn't sound like Wu-Tang Clan, and
No.
Snoop Dogg doesn't sound like Nas. So everyone sounded unique. And I wanted to do a little ode or a tribute to that era.
Mm-hmm.
Hence why I shot the photos on film.
Mm-hmm.
Hence why I wanted to use old school frames and old school footage and TVs and sample and go back to the sampling.
Mm-hmm.
And back then, you would sample a lot from movies.
Yeah, and there's
well,
a lot of
so-
like the intros and outros. I couldn't really
Yeah.
place those as well because I don't think I'm as brushed up on 90s movies as I am 90s music.
Man, I'm
but-
so glad you got that Goody Mob reference, though.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was sick. I
Yeah.
was like, that is fucking sick.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's-
Asa Cuomo came on that track
Yes.
too. Pause. Pause. Asa Cuomo came for our throats on that track. Come on.
It definitely is a full
It's
body.
getting personal. Yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely is a full body work though, because even the way you have the tracks lined up,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the way you place them. Is
Yeah.
there much thought put into that? Because it seems like it flows beautifully.
There is thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
There is thought.
Well, it
and
has to because the album, if you're an album listener, you know it has to
Yeah.
flow 1 to 25.
And there's a reason for every song. There's a reason for, like, I'm so happy you noticed that because I would hate for people to listen to this project starting in the middle. Shania Twain is a big advocate of, like, listen to the album from top to bottom. She even said Spotify removed the shuffle option off my albums.
Huh.
Yeah, she did. She did. I believe it's Shania Twain. Don't quote, like, but someone big like that said Spotify removed the shuffle
I don't know
option.
how people their first time listening to an album hit shuffle.
Yeah,
Like, what are you doing?
I know. It's
Remember
like
those
watching a
fucking-
series starting in the middle.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
It's kind of
It's
like
like a Tarantino movie.
It's like
No.
milk before the cereal.
Yes.
You know, horse before the cart.
I know people that do that actually.
No one does
It's kind of
that.
genius.
Does
Milk-
anyone-
milk before the cereal?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know people that do
Did
that.
you
It's
just
because
say
the
it's
cereal
kinda
never gets
genius?
soggy.
You said it's
Because you always pour the exact amount you can eat within that 3
But I
minute window.
like when at the end when there's a little softness to the crunch.
I'm
to it.
not speaking for me.
I just
I
don't know
prefer
how
that
many
too.
people you know that this is.
We know the same people.
I know. Please point these people out to me so I can get them out of my life, man. Come on.
Anyway, soundtrack.
Yes. That just became a skit on the second
Yeah.
project, right there. Like for real. But no, man, there was a lot of thought in the order of the project. A lot of the songs have been created in that order too.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
I can kind of see that though, because if you started in January, what I kind of align you with at that time was working a lot with Bangs and Shandy and the surf.
That's why they're the first ones.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I can kind of see the kind of transition.
Yeah.
Because you kind of have
NLN throughout the end.
Yeah,
and I just
exactly.
met the
Yeah.
kid
Yeah,
too and
exactly.
started working with him.
NLN, J Chinaz, and
Yeah.
S Reels on that
Yeah.
same track.
Yeah.
That
right?
track's fucking sick.
Yeah.
Unreal.
That's a proper smoking weed track.
Yeah.
That's
track.
like fucking S Reels. I like the way he's so calm on it in
dude.
his flow.
You know, he doubted his verse.
of course,
I said,
Probably.
no, shut the
Of course
fuck
he
up.
did.
Just go back home and it's gonna work. He was happy with it, but man, that track is just a mix of three different people. You would never.
they would
think.
never. I don't think they would have worked together.
No,
I don't even
ever.
know if they ever would have hung out together.
No.
Yeah.
Which I love.
Yeah.
But you could see why they're towards the end too. And
New people on your
yeah,
radar,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
The start
so,
of the album's crazy though, because you have the Chandy feature, the Banks feature, the Bobby feature is insane. The
Yeah.
intro to the album is crazy
Yeah.
too.
Mhm.
That's like the tribute at the start to Dip.
Yeah.
That was amazing. And
Yeah.
then the beat switch, that was like that's how you
Gorgeous.
start an album.
I love beat switches too.
Yeah.
A lot. I won't lie. When Drake started doing it on projects, but it was done way before in the 90s
Quested
as
it
well.
first.
Yeah.
Quested it first.
I would love to, but yeah, take that honor. But it was done in the 90s. Cypress Hill used to do that a lot in the first project too. DJ Muggs was the first one I could hear. I heard do that in the 90s. But no, man, I'm very happy with the end result. Even though I didn't get everyone I wanted, because the list was long. I got 36 names on there, and the list was.
That's still crazy.
But the
amount.
list is 60 names.
So you're leaving the door open for part 2.
There's gonna be 10 volumes.
10 volumes.
Yeah,
Wow,
I
you
just
already have it
decided-
mapped
We're gonna
out.
do
It's like
9
Star
more
Wars,
skits.
man.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just decided that
My
I want to
goal-
do 10
Here,
volumes.
camera here. My
Yeah.
goal
Yeah.
by soundtrack 10, you're getting the John feature. The John feature. The down to the wire cut.
Drop a
tattoo.
verse?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll
Let's
start
do
right
it.
now.
We were supposed to do that way back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
We
be 38.
We started with
I'll
the
be
skit.
38.
We started with the skit.
Quest will be producing in his nursing home.
Back then, well, it's
It's
all
just-
gonna be AI too. So
He's just getting fed oatmeal as he cuts tracks in the
Yeah.
bed, bro.
wow.
Okay.
You got a stage name?
Yes.
Me?
Your stage name?
It was Johnny
has a
Gems
lot, yeah.
until I realized that Johnny Gems already
This is already-
existed in the city, so
Yeah.
I can't take that. He did have it first. I don't know, man. I'll think of one by the end of
But
the show.
Here's
MC Scratch.
here's an
Sniff,
idea.
You know?
MC
Here's an idea,
Scratch
and we're gonna
Sniff.
say it right now.
Yeah.
I say on volume 2, you have a verse on that.
Okay, listen. We just talked about, horse before the
No,
carriage.
volume 2, and he's gonna do your ad libs.
He just I'll do the ad libs?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm bought in now.
Yeah.
I was about to defend you, but let's do it.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
That's the challenge right now. We have it on tape. Volume 2, you have a verse on it. I don't care. You could get ghostwriters, doesn't matter. But
That'd be hard.
I'll
Yeah.
be your ghostwriter.
yeah,
You'll be the ad lib guy, okay?
Yeah, I'll set you up to get canceled on
Okay.
that album.
Let's play favorites here. What's your favorite song on it?
I did this project with the intent of all of the 25 songs would be my favorite.
Okay.
Okay,
Absolutely.
They're not your kids.
Listen,
And-
Mr. Politician,
Not your
no
kids.
answer is my answer.
And
Bullshit.
what's cool about it is everyone's gonna have a different one.
Yeah, but what's
Yeah.
yours?
I have a wow. I really like the NLN track with
There we
Jay
go.
Shinaz and Israel. That
I mean, it's-
one is one of the last ones we did. Actually, maybe the last one, because S Reels is the last verse I recorded for this
Okay.
project, and I think it's my favorite.
That track is sick.
It flows so
I
well
fuck with that
for
track.
3 people that never met or never would have worked.
Did you get
together.
all 3 of them in the room together? No. So
No.
they still haven't met.
Yeah,
Then they're gonna hear that and be like, "We got."
They heard it.
We got to collab more,
And they
This is
love it.
insane. Yeah.
they love it, and I think that one is a solid banger. I like the Bobby one a lot.
Bobby track's sick. He mentioned potential next world too. I mean,
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes,
You heard it here first. I don't know.
that would be nice too.
That's the coolest track. Sick.
The Dip Black song has a special meaning, obviously.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Because that's the last thing we did together.
the Leah Cloud
rest
track.
in-
Leah Cloud track's my favorite.
That track's sick.
Yes, Leah Cloud.
The Lindison skit. too.
She's amazing, and so easy to work with too in the studio, man. That was our first session ever.
Yeah.
That song
How many times did you experience that? Like first session ever with an artist?
during that project.
During this project.
I would say half the song
Yeah.
on it
That's
was
awesome.
because I created this project for us to actually work on something for the first time
Mm.
with a lot of people in there. So like NLN was the first time. I've worked with Jay Chinaz before. S-Reels was the first time. Leah Cloud was the first time. Apollo the Child was the first time.
That was crazy too. 'cause
King Kimbit was the
he's
first
a-
time.
He's a poet.
Yeah, he's a spoken
So
word
that was a
artist.
crazy way to start off.
That's why I wanted this.
Mm.
Yeah. I wanted an intro to be completely different. Like him in the streets just announcing the project.
Yeah.
That's how
Right.
I visioned it.
Right.
That's
Back
why on the photo he's holding a megaphone.
Oh, okay.
If you think about it.
Yeah.
And the megaphone's on fire too. Which is super sick.
Like actually on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't edit that.
There's no edits on
You
the
can't.
picture.
It's film.
It's film.
You said it was your first time working with film photos too.
Yes.
Film photography.
First ever time.
Turned out sick. The gallery's dope.
Thank you. The camera is my dad's camera from the 70s, so as extra meaning. He shot us as kids and babies on that camera, so it's nice to be using it. I found it in the basement out of nowhere during the pandemic. I was like, oh shit, I forgot you had that camera. And I started working with it, and it still worked. I was like, okay, let's see if there's still film around. Yes, obviously it's back in trend more than ever now. Film, Galaxy here, LabWorks, Henry's right there, all sell film now. And I started experimenting. And also, like I said at the beginning of the podcast, I love to challenge myself a lot. I could have done the pictures on camera, digital camera like I always do. I found it would have made it too easy.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes sense with the whole 90s theme you got.
With the
going.
90s theme.
Yeah.
It goes back to that.
Yeah.
Everything in the 90s was on film.
Yeah.
When you see the old 90s source magazines, all film camera.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted, again, tribute that era. I won't lie, the first rolls were garbage. Garbage. Because you have to like understand the light meter inside the camera, the manual focus, which film to use for what reason. If I'm shooting daylight outside, I'm not going to use a big ISO film. My first films were 400 ISO. It was too much for outside. Now I'm shooting on 100 ISO, 160.
And you've mastered it now.
Yes. But it's fun. It was
Yeah.
part of the process. And again, I got a grant, so I could like at least buy equipment
You
and
could- yeah,
merch.
yeah.
And it was not coming out of my pocket.
These taxpayer dollars going to fucking wasted film.
These photos of John and I are your
Yeah,
taxpayer
yes.
dollars right now.
There you go. There you go. But I wanted also to go back to that tangible feeling
Mm.
of holding a film, a camera, the 4x6 prints,
Yeah.
blowing them up, using an actual frames, not NFTs, no actual physical frames that's going to be hanging on the wall. The tangible feeling of going back, because we tend to forget that the touching is a sense, right? As well, that we need to experience, not just your eyes, your ears, or your taste, but your sense of touching. So I wanted to bring that back. But the first roll of film were bad. Now you see the new results of the latest rolls. It's so amazing. And it's fun that just for the viewers, they didn't see it. We just, before this podcast, got to see your picture
Yes.
as well.
We
Because I
have
just came back from LabWorks right now and brought you the pictures. And you see them for the first time today.
They're all sick. We were having a hard time picking. We left it
Yeah.
up to our followers on Instagram.
yeah.
3 days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we see the result for now? Like,
Yeah, we could post it.
yeah.
We could post it.
Oh yeah, I wanted to shout out Mac Musa, who had the hardest bar. I don't know about it's the hardest, but it's the bar where I was like, okay.
Bro, shout out to Mac Musa.
It came with the bar where he goes, he's like, why are we worried about size of our cocks? I'm into women, or something along those lines.
He has the hardest song on the project.
Dude, the fucking.
It's called 100 Miles.
Yeah.
And
61330.
Yeah,
That's so hard, bro. Oh my.
Yeah. Shout out to Mac Musa,
Why,
my
we were-
brother. We family now. We work together like Dreamland, Heavy Zeb. We're collaborators. We work a lot. He's a genius when it comes to the art of music, obviously. He's a good rapper, singer. He's a producer as well. I'm so blessed to have him on this project. And I'm so blessed that he has the hardest track. Like it reminds me of a Young Jeezy a bit.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, like the hype track of the project, which is in my top favorites as well.
I think Asakumo's was harder.
Yeah, well, it's
that
a different.
track's fucking crazy.
It's a
too.
different kind of hard.
You had a lot
track.
of artists just snap
But-
on this
Yeah.
project.
To go back to Mac Musa, he's also fucking genius when it comes to marketing, promotion, and creating content as well. And he's a wicked designer. I'm just happy to have him part of the project as well. All the songs are unique, man. They all have a different blend, different flavor. There's a reason why that song 100 Miles is in the middle too, because it ramps up there and then
Got 100 more miles to go.
yeah, something like that. You can see that. That's a good analogy. There you go. But oh yeah,
That's also a 90s ode too, with Easy 100 miles and running.
true.
That's
True.
that's where I read into that.
And when you're gonna see the picture, you're gonna understand. Like the picture we took for him for that project is odd to Muhammad Ali too. Old school pictures where he's running and training. And
Oh, okay, cool.
so you'll see.
Cool.
One thing I want to mention before I forget: every song they're created on the spot.
One session.
So it's kind of like your whole Dreamland session thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Never forget that.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of that. I'm a huge advocate of that because many reasons. On the spot, you get to be very spontaneous, creative, and you don't have the time or chance to overthink it. You do it now. We have 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever. We have a session. Let's take Asukomo for that example. And we do everything on the spot.
Do you find that you get the best of the artists?
I
I was
do.
just gonna say because
I do.
I feel like
I do.
when you get a little time, to look at some. There's I feel like there's two types of people.
Yeah.
There's the perfectionist who will listen to it over and over and over again and refine it every last detail, or the one who's like, first take Jake, that's fucking sick.
Yeah.
Let's not think too much more about it.
I'm like that.
Yeah.
I'm like that because I think you're an artist, you're a creator. You should be able to like get your best shit out of your system, your brain, your
Don't
heart
be a bitch, dude.
on the spot. No, on the spot, for real. And I'm a big advocate. So imperfection makes it nicer too. I don't know if you mean like
I
it
like
does.
It
has a bit like of a
It doesn't
raw-
have to be perfect.
Yeah.
Like you'll see the frames. There, even one frame at a gallery is a chip.
Yeah.
But it gives it the character, gives it life. Also, what is perfection? You could go listen to the same song 25 times and you'll get tired of it, and then your ears don't even hear it the same way
Right.
it's supposed to. I'm sure you guys listen to the 25 songs. You don't see anything out of place or imperfect.
Yeah. That's a good point too. 'Cause
Yeah.
I feel like once you keep recording, trying to, you just hear it a million times. You're like, do I even like this anymore?
Yeah, I hate.
And
it's like when I'm editing these interviews, like you'll go back and I'll watch the same part 4 times.
Yeah.
I'm like, fucking idiot.
Don't do that.
I fucking said that.
And to go back to your question, I think I get, for most artists, the best out of the system on the spot like that. Especially also, it's the way you approach or present a session too.
You
can't be in there all stressed out and panic. Let's go. We have 45 minutes. Let's get it done. No. Get there, stay zen, like a Rick Rubin style. All right, guys, it's just me and you. No beat, no lyrics. Let's go. Let's start. Whatever comes out.
Yeah, you do the beat in the spot too. Yeah.
Yeah, on the spot. And they get to contribute as well to the beat making, the artists. Like, for example, Bobby's song. He chose the sample. I'm like, Bobby, what type of song you want to do? Well, I saw this movie 2 days ago, and I like the horns in it. Like, what movie? Black Messiah. We go on YouTube, theme, intro, the horns. Oh, shit, yeah, they are sick. I start chopping it off. Okay, faster, slower. He contributed.
It's
to
a true collaborative,
Yes.
collaborative process.
So that's why you get the best out of them.
Yeah, that's dope.
You can't be there. No, nah, I don't see. No. And also, I'm blessed to not be an overthinker.
Yeah, like
I'm really blessed. Like, you can't teach that. I was born like that. Like, for real, for anything. I'm not an overthinker. What you want to eat tonight? This. Yeah.
Yeah.
This. Yeah. Where you want to go? Over there? Yeah. Sure. What about this couch? Yeah, sure. No, but I'm blessed like that. And I think it helps creators.
I wish buying couches was that easy. I'm in the process of buying a couch, and it's
Yeah.
not going that well for
Where
me.
you want to sit? The middle? Yeah, sure. Like, but it's good for creators. There's stuff you need to think and plan, obviously. But for the songs on this project, no, man. Like,
It's more about feel.
it's more
in the
about
moment.
feel.
Yeah.
It's more about the moment. It's more about, okay, Bobby, you want to use that sample? All right, let's make it work. Have you noticed who else is on that song?
No.
There's a second person.
There's a female singer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who is that?
It's not a singer, but
Or-
she says something in
Yeah.
the middle of the track.
Who is it?
Is that not
Pearly.
Oh,
yeah. Well,
Because
she's like,
she was
yeah,
there.
How are you feeling? How are you feeling, Bobby? Yeah, no,
Ah,
I
Yeah,
did hear
okay,
that. I
Because
did
she
hear
was
that.
there during the
okay.
session. So
Yeah.
I was like, you want to
Yeah.
like say something? Because there's one thing with me. If you're in the session, you're going to say something. So you're going to record. That's why Kingsley's at the beginning of his Asukomo song.
Right.
And there's other few people spread out around the project. But man, making music, guys, it's supposed to be about feeling.
Do you find it easy because you're just like so in tune with
Yep.
your feeling? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like
I really do.
you're very good at it.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like you've trained and honed
Well,
honed your skills enough that now like I imagine that stuff's sort of second nature to
It's
you.
second nature now.
So like when someone's like, I like these horns, how are you gonna make that work rather than having to like be like, oh, but that's not in my skill set. You know what I mean?
no, I'll say, let's make it work.
So like how much did definitely make this easier.
How much what?
How much like
Oh,
you're
yeah.
just,
Well, your experience and they say put in your 10,000 hours. Absolutely.
yeah.
Like, I've done over 5,000 beats. I don't know. Like, I
Like,
can't.
has any of this been hard for you? Like, I know we're talking about like a culmination of all your skills coming together in an apex of fucking production right now. But it's
Wow.
all right here, right?
I like this guy, man.
But like, it not once are you like, fuck, man, it's so stressful going to run and get film. Oh man, it's so stressful setting up a gallery.
I won't lie. I've had some anxiety, like stress, because I do it. I delegate work, but most of the work is done by me and all by
Right.
me. But I can't deny that I have had help, like Kingsley and Marie has helped me a lot. My roommates and the people at the gallery, they're so generous for me to do that over there too. So I've been surrounded by so much good talent and good people, but I don't think it was stressful at all. The making the music itself, no, that's second nature.
Yeah.
That's second nature for me. Also, there's a few names I wanted on the first project I couldn't get. All right, whatever. I'll just do a second volume and then move on. I don't spend too much time on the negative. I always try to find a solution or
Right.
whatever. Or I believe also if it doesn't happen now, it's for a reason. So, but making music, no, it wasn't stressful at all. The songs itself, that's second nature. Running after the films, losing the first roles, that could create some anxiety as well.
Right.
The opening of the soundtrack exhibit was supposed to be on the 9th. It's pushed back because of a technical issue with one of the roles. But
we move forward.
but we move forward.
And we
But
keep
that's
going.
part of the challenge. And we took some of the photos that got lost, and I'm saying that now and laughing because they're going to be even better now.
Mhm.
But also I see that as a learning curve. Also gave myself a challenge by doing 25 portraits, which is a lot for a body of work album. But man,
What's been your favorite aspect about everything? The music, the photos, the festival.
my favorite aspect has been the numerous people I got to work with for the first time. Seeing them instantly say yes to the project was a blessing. Seeing the result of people like you guys listening to the project and really enjoying it I was like, wow, okay, that's perfect. Because I love my own project, obviously, and you have to love your own project. But seeing other people love it too, that's been a blessing. Also, opening the pamphlet of photos for the first time.
Yeah.
When you go get it at the lab, and like when you guys saw it earlier for the first time, I haven't seen them too before I came in the studio.
It's a cool moment. It's a cool moment.
Those are cool moments, and also showcasing it to the people and talking about the idea and what the concept is, and seeing how they're like, wow, that's actually a very cool project. See how they're generally interested about it. That's very cool too.
Well,
and getting my first grant for it, bro. Man,
it's dope.
that's fucking dope too.
It is a very unique like rollout for. I don't even call it like a rollout for an album because it's its own thing.
Project.
Yeah.
It's like is the project for the festival? Is the festival for the project? It's just like it's kind of like it's all for each other.
Yeah.
Just kind of like without one, the other just kind of like
and
Dog shit.
what? I didn't hear it.
It's like without one, the other's just. I was like, shit. You know, not even worth going to if they're not all there.
But no, it's nice, man. The whole experience has been blessed since January. I love the project so much that I actually want to do it again and again and again every year.
Yeah,
in September.
It's been quite the journey. Someone call it a quest.
Yeah.
But I want to ask before you said one of your favorite parts was that all the new people you got to work with.
Yep.
There's also a bunch of staples that you've been working with on this project. And in the beginning you touched on it. You mentioned that all the music you make from this point forward you're going to do in tribute to Dip Black, the late Dip Black.
Yep.
So
absolutely.
how much has he impacted just the whole creation of this? Because he was because you said you recorded his last verse and it was on this project.
Yeah. That's
Like,
the last thing we did together.
the last thing you did together. How has your approach to the album changed since that moment?
Wow, I not just the album, everything I do in life now, pretty much.
I like.
I wish you guys would have interviewed him.
I know,
here.
me too, man.
Like
Me too.
you would have fell in love with it. There's no one else more genuine and authentic than this human.
I've heard he was just a light in the room. Like he
Light.
walked in and whatever the mood was in the room got
Light.
elevated.
I could do a whole podcast just talking about this guy, this soul. He impacted my life so much. We only met 3.5 years ago, and it felt like he was a friend of mine since I was a kid, because we bonded so quick. First of all, he's so easy to bond with because he's just a lovable human being. He really, when he loves you, and he calls you every day to tell you it. He really does. While doing a delivery on the road, yo, what up, Questy? I love you. Peace. And then he dips. That's where he got the name from. Yeah. He comes in, records, and then he dips. But yeah. What a beautiful human being that we lost. The whole world itself. I'll never get over it, I don't think. I don't think I'm going to actually process this eventually, probably. I don't know how I feel about it either. It's weird. It doesn't feel real.
Yeah. Well, what did it feel like when you were putting together the track?
Well, shout out to Dozart, who's on the track.
Was it hard to get through?
It was hard. It took us at least a month or a month and a half, me and Dozart, to finish the song. Because his verse obviously changed.
The sample in it too is just crazy.
The verse of the Dozart verse changed.
Yeah.
That was not the idea.
Well, the sample too. Like, we gotta lay these tracks. You know,
And,
how much time we got left. Like that just hit so hard in that song too, man. Like,
And Dip changed my life because I told you earlier I'd love to do everything on the spot. That's because of him. He's the first
he was like that?
session. Remember that?
And he just did it all in one take?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And the beats too. He's the one that was like, let's do beats on the spot. Heavy as well.
You never really did that before then?
I used to do it with Heavy.
Okay.
Heavy was my main rapper from 2017 to 2020-ish.
With Dreamland?
Yeah. Who's on the project too, by the way. Shout out to Heavy. I love his verse on the track too. But Dip is the first Dreamland session ever. And that's when I started really doing those freestyle on the spot type things. And he was so good at it to write on the spot that I decided for the rest of my life or the rest of my producer career to do it like that. treat every song like on the spot like that, like a Dreamland session. But I used to do it with Heavy a lot. But Heavy and Dip is the ones I did that concept or that format the most with. Yeah,
That's awesome.
but Dip influenced my life in many ways, just not just music.
How?
See the good in everything. Even would never complain. This guy never complained at all. Even when he was working 16-hour shifts, like never complained. I never heard him complain about anything except maybe LeBron James not making the playoff. That's it. That's it. But now, man, he changed my life forever. I still hear his laugh in my ears all the time, and
I just watched.
it's never gonna process it. No,
It's crazy because I just watched the music video. I forget the name of the song, but it's a song with him and Bobby. And
Nightmares.
you guys are on the tennis court.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It just
that's
it just hit really different.
Juice the Game.
watching that
Yes,
back.
sorry. Yeah.
It was just it was
Yeah.
different. It was different. The energy he brought, you felt it.
So unique, man.
Yeah.
So unique. A real like I remember the first session.
Different
we did.
sound.
The first session we did, I was like, wow, this is the rapper I've been waiting for.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of like rappers like Busta Rhymes, for example, and the energy they bring on the beat. And I was like, wow, this kid, man, I love him. Where were you all my life? Like, and we got a chance to do like 60 plus songs in this short span of time, and I feel blessed. I feel blessed to be able to have done all that work with him and shoot all those music videos for him too. At least his legacy is going to get to live on with that. And obviously unreleased stuff that me and Tino have between the two of us, because he used to work with Tino and me and Diamond, the three producers. Shout out to them, which I love. And it got me closer to Tino as well. But we have unreleased stuff as well. But the energy, man, you always knew he was in the room.
Well, what do you think Dip's reaction to this whole era you're going through right now would be, with you having the soundtrack coming out, the way you're rolling it out, the festival, the gallery? How do you think he would react to everything?
He'd be so proud.
Yeah.
He'd be so proud. He was the first person to tell me, like, I'm proud of you, bro. Like, keep grinding. He understood like the meaning of like we rise together. Like if you win an Oscar, we all win it, for example, or if you win a Grammy, we all win it type mentality. Mm-hmm. He's a real team player. Does it for the right reason. If Misha won the Grammy, he was so happy for her. He would be so happy for her. Team player, man. He'd be right there. He's right there up there, like smiling and so proud. And I know, like, everything I'm gonna do from now on, it's to honor his legacy and his life in music, in my life, and to be there for the future baby too that's coming.
Okay. There's a nice little at the gallery,
because there is a baby coming.
Yes.
Shout out to Lyric. Appropriate name. And I'm sure this little man is going to be a musician as well, or an artist in general. But yeah, I love Dip. I love him. He was a brother, and I'll never forget him. I'm going to live my life for the rest of my life honoring his legacy.
That's beautiful, man. And at the gallery, which you can go to September 16th.
Yeah.
Opens September 16th.
Opens September 16th. It's going to be there for a month.
But do you have a nice little, I don't know what to call it. I don't want to call it like...
in French, we call it a vernissage.
No, like you just have like a nice like presentation for Dip in the corner there.
Yes, I do.
I don't know what to call it. Is that like a...
I would say a tribute.
A tribute?
Or
shrine.
A shrine?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shrine.
You have a nice...
Shrine seems a little too...
Yeah.
Churchy.
Right. Yeah. But I have an honor section for him.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Along with everything else, you got to go see it. It
and
starts
what's crazy too is like the picture you're going to see in the frame is the last picture I took of Dip.
Mm-hmm.
Last picture and last verse that you did with him.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I know, like, losing someone like that can really, that can set you back, or like you can come out of it sort of how you have. And how is it that you've kind of maintained this? Like, I'm sure there's been those moments of just absolute sadness, but like, how have you kind of channeled that into work and to really producing?
Yeah, well, I feel like it came from him, that energy as well. So that's something he taught me too. Like, but also channeling it into keep going on
Mm-hmm.
was something very dear to me. Like I would not be. He would actually slap me upside my head, like if I would stay in the corner and mope around. Obviously, you need to take that time. You need to reflect, introspect, and try to process it. I took it. But also, I think the best thing for me and to honor him was to continue and grind even harder. Also, and I didn't want to sit back and be too much in my head as well. Not to like or like toss it under the rug type thing, but I think my therapy is actually creating. It gets me in through my emotions, and it's basically therapy for me. Like whatever it's music, mixing a song, doing a new beat, shooting a music video, which I totally love. Fun fact: before music, and we're talking about movies before the podcast, I wanted to be a movie maker, movie director, or a cinematographer, but that's a whole different story.
You've directed a bunch of music videos.
Yeah, 165 to be exact.
Wow.
But to go back to Dip, I think he just would want me to actually go and grind even harder.
They say pain's the greatest motivator.
Yeah, yeah. And it created when he passed away, I was halfway done the project. So he got me through the rest of the songs. And it pushed me to like go even harder on the rest, the second half of the project when it comes to the songs, and yeah, that's it. I'm just never gonna stop. I'm gonna channel all these emotions and turn it into the soundtrack and make it the best legacy project I can do. And my idea, my point, and my goal is to have an exclusive of Dip on every project now. Yeah.
I was wondering where that was.
Yeah.
How you were gonna do
but
that.
I do have unreleased stuff of his, and that's the idea. And I'm keeping a specific verse for volume 2. Yeah.
So
Nice.
you're one of those guys who, like, it's crazy how much time you spend focused on detail, but are one of those people that want to just get it out, get it done, and get it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, let's not overthink it too much. How do those two things kind of coexist?
It's hard. It's hard to
Yeah.
actually explain. I never really noticed it until you said it now. Like, I don't want to like minimize the attention to detail aspect of things, because I think it's important. But I think again, I'm blessed to be able to understand what details goes where quite quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Quite actually very quickly. And it goes back to guys like The Experience. It's not my first album. I pretty much produced 65 albums before that. So for other rappers and stuff like that. You saw my wall of CDs.
Mm-hmm.
I was producing albums when we were actually in the HMVs and doing CDs and printing actual CDs. You know what HMV is?
Yes.
Come on, man.
So,
Yeah, I'm actually born in 06, so I have no idea.
so the attention to detail and being able to not overtake it goes with, they coexist because of the experience I put in before that.
The CD booklet for this album would be crazy. Eh?
It would be.
You know, like
Yeah.
that would be.
Yeah. So I'm doing an actual book instead.
Oh, true, right?
Yeah.
You did say that.
A souvenir book
Yeah.
that you're going to be able to purchase after the exhibit. But also, I'm a fan of details.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of like, all right, let's put like a little like a sound effect here in the song when he says this specific things. Or Tiger's song starts with a tape dropped in a cassette deck. When you look at his picture, his picture is him in the street listening to a song with his Walkman.
Right. Yeah. That's dope.
So that's the detail.
You're a big Easter egg guy.
Yeah. Huge. But those ideas come to me right there on the spot super easily. just because of the experience, I guess, of doing projects after projects after projects.
Right.
And the best way to learn, guys, is just to release stuff and
See what the
finish stuff.
reaction is, yeah.
Finish stuff. I watched you like our first podcast interview we did. This one is better, just because we're better at it. Too.
Reps.
I think you
Yes,
also.
reps.
I think you also said the exact same thing during our first one. But your French accent came through, and you said, "Finish the fuck it."
Really?
Yeah. That's literally that's like a saying we say, like, just
finish the fuck
finish
it.
the fuck it.
Wow, that's a T-shirt.
Yeah.
That's a T-shirt. Or the album should finish like that.
Yeah.
Finish the fuck
Finish
it.
the fuck
Last
it.
track.
Yeah.
Did we just come up with that on the spot?
I just
Don't put too
That's
much
the-
thought into it. Just do it.
That's the last thing that you're gonna hear at the end
Finish
of
the
soundtrack.
fuck it.
Finish the fuck it. It's true though. Like,
See, that's an idea that comes because we're talking and we're interacting and we're using our creative minds together. That's it. And I think every session, whatever you do in life, or you should be like that. You just exchange ideas.
yeah, my mom said my creative mind wasn't gonna pay the bills.
Is it now?
No.
No.
No. One day, my friend.
But once my feature drops,
day.
once my feature
One
drops,
day.
You're
For real, guys, like I love giving advice and stuff like that, but be patient, man. Like
yeah,
I got my first grant for this project this year.
yeah, and you're 63.
I'm 63, man. I've been doing music since I'm 6 years old, so
He lives in the basement of his mom's nursing home.
Yes. So be patient. Eventually, when you keep going at it, you do the reps, you believe in it, whatever you do, your goal, you really believe it, it's possible, you'll make it possible. Eventually, whatever it is, man. I really believe that. And why live your life doing a job that you really hate?
Yeah. I've said this in like 8 interviews before, but it's the whole saying of like, if you work
Every day in your life.
if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life.
Yeah.
You know?
No, but it's the most cliche.
Rolls my eyes. This is the most cliched shit ever.
But
it
it's
is
true. It is true. Like, that's why I'm 63, but I still look like I'm 27. Like, I still look like I'm 27 because I love everything that I do every day.
If you're 27, I'm 8.
I will say one last thing before we go.
No, let's keep it going.
It
man.
was the part. This is end of part 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, part 2 is just beginning. But I will say it was an honor to be a skit on the project.
Yeah.
Because we did say that. We're not going to tell you guys where. You got to listen to the whole album when it comes out. 16th, right? September 16th?
Yep.
No, it's at the end of the gallery.
All right. Let me. Can I explain the
Yeah,
project?
you explain it.
Yeah.
You explain it.
So soundtrack basically regroups my 3 passions in one project:
Right.
photo exhibit,
Yeah.
music production. Attached to every portrait, there's a QR code. You're gonna scan it. It's gonna bring you to the song from the portrait. Hence why it's called soundtrack. It's the
SND,
soundtrack to the
TRK.
exhibit. And then on the back of the room at the exhibit, there's going to be a projector projecting all the behind the scene footage that I filmed.
Right.
I
I
love
remember
filming
you
as
saying
well.
that. That'll be sick.
So that's the documentary style. So photo, music, documentary, all my 3 passions. And then the exhibit is from September 16th until October 16th, 1 month at the gallery. During that month, you can only hear the song there at the exhibit via QR codes. That's the idea. I want people to go there and physically feel it and live the exhibit.
Bring back the sense of touch.
Yeah, and being there.
Gonna touch everyone who comes into that exhibit.
Wow. Pause.
Wow. Oh my God, John.
In the heart. Come on.
Yes.
What are you guys thinking? He's trying to touch their hearts.
Yes, I am.
Fucking sickos.
And that's another skit too. So yeah, a month there. After, on the last day, October 16th, I'm going to auction off the frames in the live auction with people there. But during the whole month, people can solid bid on it. So when you go to exhibit, there's going to be a catalog there
Yeah.
with 25. and you can silent bid, on the frames, leaving your details and how much you bid. And then on the last day, the bid's gonna start at that amount.
Okay, I hear you saying. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking.
I was-
fuck with
And
John.
all the frames are 1-on-1s, and I want them to be in people's living room, whatever. I want it to be.
I want someone to buy our picture
Yeah.
just straight up
Yeah, I
and
want
just
my-
know that they have that in their house.
I
Someone
want it
has
to
that
be,
in their house.
yes, exactly. I want it to be memorabilia
Mhm.
in people's place, and they have a piece of like history, for
Yeah.
example. And then
My mom just has the picture of me blowing tree in the living room.
I'm gonna bid on
in the
everyone.
washroom would be funny,
Yeah,
like right
exactly.
over the toilet.
I'm gonna bid on everyone under your name.
Under
Yes.
my name?
Yeah, I have all of his information too, so I can just fucking.
There you go. There you go.
I have all of your information.
The studio's just filled with soundtrack pictures.
But I want to do say one small detail too. All the profits from the selling of the frames are going to go to Produced by Youth,
nice.
this local organization based from
Shout out.
Ottawa. Shout out to Produced by Youth. It's Samuel, Young Yeet, and
Young Yeet.
For the World.
Mhm.
Those three guys are doing something cool. I think it's based out of Saw Gallery, and it was there. And they show kids how to produce beats. So it's like an after-school program, which
Nice.
is cool. So all the profits are going to them of the selling of the frames. And
So the project, I guess, would come out
October 16th
16th,
on
the last day
Spotify.
of
yeah.
the last day of the
Yeah,
gallery.
on
Okay,
all
so there is
platforms.
one day. It's like an eclipse. There's one day where you could listen to the album both online and at
Yeah.
the gallery.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You could say that.
It's a fun
yeah.
It's an
fact.
eclipse. He
You
said.
could say that.
I knew
Imagine
it's-
there's an eclipse that day too. That'd be
Whoa.
crazy.
Whoa.
I guarantee there's not. Don't act
And,
like there might be, because there's not. I guarantee it.
And yeah, that's pretty much sums up the project itself. And then I'm gonna do it again next year.
All the whole.
And-
Like, you're not going to give yourself like a year break in between.
No.
Just right back at it. I
Yes.
like that.
Yeah, get ready for that.
Also,
feature.
I'm gonna start earlier this time too. So
Earlier
it's-
than January.
yeah, I'm gonna start in November.
Wow.
Doing
John,
the
John,
tracks.
get ready.
I'm alright. Like, there's a reason I've been kind of disengaged. I've just been kind of going
Oh.
8 Mile in my head here. You
I
know
do
what mean?
want to like do something because I love the interaction with people. Like we're making people vote right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
What the photo we're gonna use. I love that. I like to involve people. So I want people to comment on this post or this link
Mhm.
names of rappers that should be featured.
On volume 2?
Yeah.
Okay. Word.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What's the result we have so far?
We're at 40% for number one and 60% for number
40% like option 1, 60% are rocking with option 2.
I like option 1,
I went option 1. I voted for option 1.
and people are
you
voting for
can't
option
vote on your own poll, man.
I can, dude. That's how I won student elections in grade 12, bro. I guarantee it's because I voted
no
for
one else
myself.
voted.
Yeah. Cut the hamstrings of the
But
other four
man,
people.
And we're doing this interview right now. This is like actual interview. It's the first time I actually do talk about this project
Mhm.
with people, and for media purposes and marketing purposes. And I wouldn't have done it with anyone else but you guys.
I appreciate that,
Yeah.
man.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm just sad I forgot the second cock.
Me too, man. I could have used another.
Where's
Me
the first
three.
cock?
It's up there,
Ass
dude.
to the door.
Yeah.
Remember we said the ass has to face the door or else
No,
it's
no.
bad luck.
Yeah.
No, the face.
The face has to face the door.
No, yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh.
why we haven't been doing anything the past
My
2
God.
years.
You got it upside down.
We have a Portuguese fucking cock hanging over our heads. Just slowing
No,
us down.
the face has to face the door.
Damn
the
it.
main entrance.
Dude,
Damn
for the
it.
past like year and a half, we have had this.
All this bad juju because of that.
All right. Yeah, go grab it.
Grab the
quick.
cock. Oh,
Grab
watch,
my
watch,
cock.
watch,
Grabbing
watch,
the cock.
watch.
Grabbing the cock. Yeah, hold it. Start now, holding it the right way.
And
Look at
what's
it.
cool is you don't see a green one often, a green cock like that. So
Not since last
Well, something's
Wednesday.
really wrong.
Yeah, not since last Wednesday.
Oh man, well thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Oh, my
Any
God.
final remarks?
final remarks. Long live Dip Black. I love you, bro. I know you're watching over me, man, and we're gonna watch over your legacy, and I mean your musical legacy, your spirit legacy, lyrics legacy, and watch out, guys. Soundtrack is. I'm so glad you love the project because
What's the best, man?
it's the best project It's the project I've put the most heart into it.
It's crazy too
Ever.
because like I've been having a hard
Ever.
time listening to hip hop lately, and this was one
Yeah.
of those things that kind of sparked my like interest back.
Did you
into
get?
it.
Oh, just before we could, did you listen in order?
Yeah,
Perfect.
a
Thank
little
you.
bit.
Ah.
I started to, and then I didn't a little bit. And then I was like,
Okay.
I got hungry, man. Like I was seeing names that I definitely wanted to see. They weren't in
Okay.
order when I opened the Bandcamp. So
Just
what
like
was I
that. Your
supposed
favorite
to-
one is?
My favorite track?
Yeah.
Damn, bro. I think I can't give you a favorite. I can give you like a top 3 though.
Okay, right now. I'll talk
Not
about
in
it.
order.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The NLN S Reels J Chin Az track.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That track's sick. The Bobby Brugal track.
Yeah.
And it's a toss up between I want to say Asu Cuomo's and Bangs's.
Good
Astro
choice.
Cuomo's, Bangs's, and Leah Cloud's for me.
Nice.
That one was fucking sick too. That one was sick.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. They're
What's
all
your
my
top
favorites.
3? Can't say that.
It's so tough to say a top 3,
Who do you-
bro. You
Who
can't.
are your favorite 3 people?
In the whole world.
Well, you guys.
And then yourself. All
And
right,
myself.
thanks
The
for
3 of
coming
us
back,
here.
friend.
There you go.
John, I, and our cock.
And my mom.
Yeah.
That's
I've been
it.
sitting here trying so hard not to do this because I thought that would just be cockception
wow.
would be so funny, but I didn't do that. There's a reason I didn't because that would be immature.
Yeah, it'd be
I'm
weird
so-
if you did it
I'm
too.
so glad I didn't do that.
Did Feek listen to it?
The project, I showed him a few tracks.
Yeah.
I showed him a few tracks.
I would
I'll
be
show him
curious
more
to
now.
hear his
Yeah,
favorite too.
I'll let him
I
know.
don't
Yeah.
know if you'd want to hear his opinion. No, I'm
He
kidding.
kind of has shitty music taste.
Because he's a fan of hip hop too. So,
No, it's fucking good, man. It's
But yeah.
really good.
but
It's
yeah, no,
super
that's
good.
it. Make sure you go see it and buy those frames.
September
That's it.
16th, the gallery opens. The festival is also that weekend.
We'll put the link address here too.
Everything
And-
you
yeah.
need.
Right here.
And then the
You should
project
do
comes
that
out
too.
October 16th.
Right here.
That's it.
Keep on the lookout for that. Quest, thanks for coming back on the show, man.
Thank
It's been
you,
an
guys.
honor, dude.
You're my favorite people in the world, for real. Like, for real.
You're
Keep
my
doing
favorite
what
person.
you do. You're good for the culture. And that's why you needed to be in that project.
No, you're my favorite, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm my favorite. I'm
And-
the kind of guy who votes on his own.
Yeah, you did.
Do it. Do it. But as long as you stay humble, like you said.
hmm
That's all that matters.
Well, everyone knows I'm the best, and I'm super humble. So,
On that note,
2 guarantees in life,
On that note, finish the fuck it, folks. We'll catch you next time.
and that's it. Cut.